What's up, guys? It's your girl Nag85, Psycho Sister, Auntie M, Angie Marie, Angie Bob, Angie Cakes, Mom, however you know me, you know me. Fat Girl Rock Bottom, soon to be author. Yes. So, as everybody knows who's following, we are on a mission to lose some weight. We did not start very well. We're doing Fat Girl Fridays, birthday countdown. We want to hit 270 by my birthday, which is July 14th. It is a Fat Girl Friday. It's 11 away. Our first week, we were 11 pounds above what I wanted to be. Now, that could have been for a number of reasons, but we're not going to hesitate on it. I'm still going to hit that number. I just got to up the game. So, I wanted to drop a little update of how things are going or what I've done, because I know everybody's like, oh, she's done this before. This is repeat, run it back, she's quit smoking before, she's quit, or she's dieted before, she started losing weight, she wasn't into this, she started cutting toxic people out, she was falling in love with herself. No, that was all cap. I was trying to pull myself together. I was reaching for different strands and strings, and I didn't know what I was missing. I didn't know why everything was so behind, like why I was behind in everything in life, like the weight loss, the whatever, and it's all coming together now. So it's time to buckle down and get serious about what I'm doing, because my life isn't guaranteed. Nobody's life is guaranteed. But I am promised right now, I'm promised this second. In this second, I can choose to drink a soda that I can go get, or the water. And in this second, I need to make what's good, the good choices, because as I'm learning, I spent years of my life just thinking that I was gonna die. Like, I'm just gonna have a heart attack, I'm gonna end up committing suicide, blah, blah, blah. And that was very real to me, so I didn't plan for the future. When I made all that money working at my old job, running all them hours, and not being able to really spend it because I was working, I could have had a house, I could have had everything I wanted, but I didn't think I was gonna be alive to enjoy it, so I spent it all. I did it all. And that's a deep confession, but we're gonna make it up for that. We're gonna make up for everything, and this is gonna be hard, but we're doing it. And I'm very scattered because I have my hand in so many different pots right now. We're doing budgeting, we're doing, I'll show you some of the weight loss things that I'm doing. So I'm gonna just say the weight loss thing, the health kick thing, the mental health, the bonding with my daughter, the bonding with my family, the preserving friendships, some friendships that I kind of let die because I was focused on the wrong things, letting go of the negativity, getting over the fact that everything's negative in my life. And I'm finding that I'm the cause of a lot of that. And it's because of a lot of reasons that add up to it. And I never took the time to get to know myself, to know this is how I tick or this is how I work. I jumped right into life, had a baby. Life said, fuck you, and took that baby. I went right from there, and I was with the same man for 10 years because, I mean, honestly, let's just keep it real, because he was a good dude. And he was afraid that, I was so mentally unstable. I was codependent on him, and he, to this day, is a good dude. And it wouldn't have lasted that long had I been more mentally sound, or he been an asshole. If he would have been an asshole, he'd have been like, I'm fucking out, you're crazy, bitch. But, sorry for all the cussing and stuff, but anyways, so I didn't get a chance to know myself, and I jumped right from that into a relationship with somebody that I was fixated with when I was younger, and there was so many red flags, and it was such a rebound, but I fell for it, and it was really foul. And so years and years of my life just went by with me thinking that I was just gonna die. And so I didn't plan, I didn't do anything. I didn't care if I drank soda or water. I didn't care if I had a face chub in the neck, and I didn't care about all this. Like, who cared? Because I was always going to be laughed at. I was always going to be made fun of. I was always going to be disliked. I was always going to be talked about. I was always going to be betrayed by my friends. I was always going to give more in relationships than other people. And I had accepted it, and I was okay with it. And in some aspects, I felt like I deserved it. Whether it be for some of the things I said to my mom, for the way that I treated some people in the past, for things I said to my dad, things I said to my brothers. Like, I just justified how foul everybody else was treating me. And it's crazy. And you're going to hear this in my blogs, and you're going to hear this a few times. Until I felt being happy, I didn't realize how unhappy I was. Until I really focused on positivity and making things not as dark as they are, not judging as much, not constantly clouding my mindset with negative thoughts. Without that, I didn't see how judgmental I was. You know, let's talk about jealousy for a second. You know, I'd see other girls on magazines or TVs or just walking down the street, and I would think, God, how nice would that have been to have a body like that? Like, God, that'd have been great. Like, my whole life would have been different. Man, I hope that bitch trips. Right? Like, honestly, I was celebrating other people's losses. Like, I wanted people to lose because it made me feel like I wasn't such a loser. And I know a lot of the stuff that comes out of my mouth is going to sound cliche, and it's going to sound Dr. Phil-ish and self-helpish. And you know what? Fuck that, it is. Because I have literally, for the past 5, 6, 7 months, I have flooded my brain with motivational videos, with, you know, mindset tricks, with meditation, with self-help books, with, you know, people like, you know, Mel Robbins and Rachel Hollis and Trent Shelton, and, you know, now Russ has a book out that's really motivational. I guess it's been out. I've really, really, really flooded myself with that. I've listened to a lot of gentle parenting books, and I've done a lot of research on like gentle parenting, and I agree with a lot of it. I don't agree with some of it, like the whole don't tell your kid no thing. That's just whack. Like, you don't teach your kid how to take a no now. If they can't take an L now, when they're like 25 and, you know, they take an L, they're not gonna know how to react. And anyway, so with that, I'm learning how to let things go and to not be so negative. And it's great, you know, like, even with Sabrina coming down sick, she has the early stages of pneumonia. If I repeat things, it's because I had to redo this like 20 times, because I had my fan on, because I dropped my phone, because whatever. But anyways, Sabrina got sick, and I freaked out a little bit, but I was able to hold it in. It was just a cough at first, and then all of a sudden she spiked at 103 fever, and then 104 fever, and I just fucking lost it. And I got it to come down to like, you know, 99, 100 with the Tylenol. I'm like, all right, we're good. Yesterday, she started complaining of this like soreness in her neck. And at first she said it was her teeth. And then she kept pointing here. And so it was swollen. Like, you could see it was swollen. And so I thought, okay, maybe it's an abscess. I called the doctor. And they're like, well, it could be an abscess. We can't get you in today, but take her to urgent care. And I'm like, all right, cool. So I take her over to urgent care. They end up doing a chest x-ray. Comes out, it's the very early signs of pneumonia. And they were like, wow, you really caught that, you know, at a good time. Because 24 hours in pneumonia land, and that could be devastating, especially to a medically fragile child who has already had one lung collapse. So even though we're 4 years later, and I thought we were past all that, her lung is still weak. So an infection like that could potentially become fatal very fast. And as a mom, that was hard to sit there with my child and hold her and comfort her and try to make her feel better, when secretly all I could think about was, holy fuck, what if her lung collapses again? Like, what if I lose her? And there goes the brain, right? And like, I jumped from 0 to 100, and luckily enough, it's not. I was able to, you know, calm myself down and tell myself, she's strong. We've been through way more than this. Like, we're good. And you know what? It actually turned into a pretty cool night. We got some antibiotics, and while we waited for them to get done, we ran to the gas station, and she wanted matzo sticks. So we went to Arby's, and, you know, it was not bad. And it was definitely a moment to remember what's important. And as I'm going through these life changes and I'm making evaluations to my life, I'm cutting out anything that, you know, I'm about to do a toxic clean, which we'll talk about weight loss in a minute. I'm cleaning myself not only physically of toxins, but mentally. And I'm finding that I was a bitch, you know, and going back to the being jealous, now when I see it happen today, I saw this girl, she ran by, and I was like, damn, she's running. That was my first thought. I was like, damn, she's running. And my mind kind of went there, like, what if you look, nah, what if I look like that in the future? What if I work on my body and I get a body almost like hers? Like, what if I make changes so that I could be out there running? Like, instead of being mad and upset that I can't run, right? Like, she can, and she makes it look good. She's not even sweating. She's not huffing puffing. She's like singing her song, like, "Ooh, I got this." And I'm like, bitch, I can't walk to the bathroom without. No, I'm just kidding. It's not that bad yet. Or, it's not that bad still, because it used to be. But I'm like, I'm turning that jealousy and that why not me and that negative attitude into why not me? You know, you see the difference in that tone. Why not me? Why couldn't I have a body like that? Why not me? Why can't I be successful? Why can't I be happy? Why can't I live a life that I'm not stressed out? And you know what's coming together is my life. Unfortunately, I'm finding that there's a lot of situations in my life that are emotionally draining, and I am having to like detach from that. Like, one thing, for example, is my job. I get so attached to my job and my work, and I'm like, you know, I'm gonna take these Mondays off so that I can have Mom Mondays with my daughter. And then the first Mom Monday, I'm on the phone for 7.5 hours for work stuff. Like, that's not gonna happen anymore. So let's get down to the meat and potatoes, because I'm well past routine bedtime. You're going to see a lot of my good habits on my blog tomorrow, because I'm going to get measurements and stuff and post it. We're going to pray that we have good numbers, but if we don't, who gives a shit? We had a good week, especially considering all the negative and all the whatever. So I got these things. Fudge nickel. These things called ketones. And I am currently on the 10-day drink challenge. However, I'm not doing it the way that they recommended, because what I did is I have a friend. I'm not sure if she wants me to say her name. Erica. If you guys want to try it, let me know, because Erica sells them. But I was really hesitant, and I'm going to be 100% honest. I was a naysayer. I'm like, there ain't no fucking way. Like, there ain't no fucking way. I take 2 and 3 5-hour energy shots a day. I ain't got it. And I'm still having to take naps. Like, there ain't no way. So she sent me a couple samples, and I was like, look, I just want to see it before I believe it. Like, I need to see something. The first day I took them, I didn't even notice, but I was up, I was moving, I was like getting the laundry, doing this, that. Next thing I know, I'm like, oh, my back, like, why is my back hurt so bad? Oh my gosh. And then I look, and it's like 9 hours after I got up and I got all this shit done. I pulled out stuff. I'm going through drawers. I'm going through this. I'm getting work stuff done. I'm doing laundry. And I didn't even notice it. The second day, I took the ketone, and at first I'm like, all right, but you know what? This could be because I'm drinking more water. So we're not going to do that yet. It could be a mental thing. We're not going to do that yet. So I took the second one she gave me the next day. That was Ziva's birthday. I had a migraine from hell. It could have been monthly related. It could have been stress related. Could have been sickness related. Whatever it was, I had the worst migraine. I felt like absolute shit. I did not want to get up, and it was Ziva's birthday party. I took it. I went to the birthday party. I still kind of felt like crap. I get to the birthday party. Within about 30 minutes, I kind of start feeling some, like, okay, my head hurts, but I need to go. Like, yeah, I hurt, but I need to do something. So I go play some games with my brother. Like, actual, like, the basketball games. Like, you know, when you're heavy, when you're this big and you're lifting, like, this much arm, like, shooting a basketball, that's a lot of work. Like, that's probably, like, a good 10 pounds right there. 20 pounds right there. Like, so you're shooting the basketball, and I'm like, damn. Then we play this dodgeball one. I'm like, damn. And then y'all can read about my non-skill victory. Something big happened. You'll read about it in my blog on fatgirlrockbottom.com. And I had the most amazing day. And I went to bed that night, and I started reflective thinking that night, and I said, is it the ketones? Or is it my mindset? Is it the ketones? Or is it that I'm starting to do more? Is it the ketones, or am I starting to feel better? Oh, well. I said, you know what? I don't even give a freak nick at this point. If it's not the ketones, it's the mental that's coming because I'm taking these ketones. And I'm good with that. But then I ran out of samples. I had ordered my own box. And I told Erica, hey, I ordered my own box. I have enough to last me until the day before they come. I hope it's great. I hope I survive. And UPS failed me, and they sent them the day after, so I went a day without the ketones, which was actually secretly good, because when I didn't have the ketones, I didn't do anything. really. Like, I got up and I kind of dinked around. I spent some time sitting there spacing out. Like, what am I supposed to do? I was very disorganized. I was very scattered like I normally do. I was like, man, this sucks. So the next day, my ketones hadn't come yet, but I was dragging. I popped a 5-hour. I felt good for about an hour. Popped a second one 3 hours later. I was like, all right, I'm okay. I wasn't having it. The next day, my box had come in that night. I pulled one out. I made sure I had water sitting here, which is something I need to do because it's a good habit I've set. And I had it sitting here. So the next morning, I popped the ketone. And would you know that after I finished it, probably about, I don't even know because it just happens. I started moving around. Next thing you know, I'm outside. I'm taking the recycling out. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. Sabrina, we got to go to the gas station. We got to go to the car wash. We got to go to the store. I'm up. I'm moving. I'm going. Went to lunch with my brother, one of my brothers this week, and his wife, and my adorable niece. And normally I wouldn't do that because I'd be afraid of getting stuck in the seat, or people looking at me weird when I ate because I'm fat, or even I'd be afraid that my brother, like, and this is nothing against my brothers, but in my mental, it's like, oh, they're gonna look at me like, God, I can't believe my sister's such a fucking wreck. Like, you know, like, things that I think people are saying, and they probably aren't. But I went. And not only did I go, my brother hadn't shown up yet, and I went in and got the table, which is definitely unheard of for me. So that's not the ketones. That's a confidence thing. Because with the ketones and the fact that I'm twisting this jealousy and anger and negativity into positivity and fuel and drive, and my mindset is shifting, I'm finding, one, I don't have a lot of time for the negatives. I had a very toxic ex hit me up at, normally I would like, all right, let's do another game of fuckboy go around. And I would jump on that merry-go-round and I would continue the same cycle with him, and I'd end up with my heart broken. I would end up crying and whatever. And then, but this time I was like, yo, you know what? I wouldn't let you drive my car because I'm invested in it and I don't want you to wreck it. I won't let you drive my mental because I'm invested in it and I don't want you to wreck it. And I damn sure don't want you to drive my physical because I'm invested and I don't want you to wreck it. I love myself enough to walk away. And I did. And it hurt like hell. And I cried a lot. And I'm still sad about it. And it still hurts. And if my mindset hadn't changed, he would still have the opportunity to come back in with the same bullshit of telling me that it's not just sex, or telling me, I don't even know if I'm allowed to say that, I'm gonna mark this non-kids, but anyways, telling me that it's not just that, telling me that it's not just this, telling me that he wants a future with me, telling me, you know, he wants all the things he's said to me since I was 15 years old. Except for now, I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want low-hanging fruit. If anybody can grab it, I don't want it. That goes for my friends. That goes for my TikTok viewers. That goes for my YouTube viewers. That goes for everything. And I know that I'm going to sound like a downright egotistical asshole. And everybody is going to start talking. And I don't care. 2023 is my year. I told everybody in November that this year I would be selfish. This year I would stand up for myself. This year people would hear what I had to say. They wouldn't see me storming out because I'm pissed off because they don't listen to me. I'm going to calm myself down. I'm going to sit down. I'm going to tell people what I think and how I feel. And if people don't like that, or if they don't accept it, they don't have to be a part of it. Because I'm not disrespectful, but I'm also not going to budge. I have gone through way too much to continue to let the opinions of others, the values of others, the thoughts of others, the negativity of others, anything of others have anything to do with the direction that my boat is heading. Right now, truth be told, I am steering my boat in the direction, anticipating there is nobody on that boat except for me and Sabrina. I'm gonna let that sink in for a second because I know what everybody's thinking. What about your family? What about your friends? What about everybody that held you down when, you know, you were down? What about da-da? All right, let's touch that real quick. My family's on deck. Like, that's a given. Like, I could legit, I mean, me and my brother, one of my brothers could get into the biggest fight in fucking history, and he could set my car on fire with my favorite sweater in it, or my favorite new headband in it, or whatever, my favorite wash tape, my favorite day planner, my computer, whatever. He could set my car on fire and then ask me the next day for a ride, and I'm gonna find out how to get him an Uber, because my brothers are my brothers, and that is regardless. But in the events that I felt like they didn't support me, they don't have to stay around. But I like all my brothers, and I'm very blessed to have 3. I roll my eyes because one of them almost got murdered yesterday for scaring the shit out of me with a stupid Harry Potter wand. But anyways, I roll my eyes because it's just funny thinking about like all the fights we've been in, and they're down. My parents, it doesn't matter if I agree with the way they raised me. It doesn't matter if we've had fights. It doesn't matter. And I'm not saying I don't agree. It doesn't matter if we've exchanged words. It doesn't matter if I feel like sometimes, you know, that I'm angry or that I'm upset. It doesn't matter. I don't care. The same thing with them. I could get into a fight with my mom right now, literally right now, and she could say, can you help me with this? And I'm gonna be like, yo, as long as you don't want me to climb on the floor because my back's fucked. I'm just kidding. When it comes to my mom and dad, I would do anything. So they're on the boat. Like, that's a given. When I say that I'm heading this boat in the direction of me and Sabrina, let it be known right now, that means the family too. They're automatic. Automatic. They were there for me when nobody else, and I mean nobody, was standing by my side. When I was next to Sabrina in that NICU, it was my family that drove me. It was my family that was there with me. It was my family that pulled me through. When I tapped out at 3 months and I couldn't mentally handle it, it was my family that pulled me through. They got a free ticket. So when I say that, I don't want to hear all this hubbub about, oh, about her family. You know about my family. It's automatic. That's automatic. With that being said, not all of my friends are automatic. Because one thing that 2022 taught me is that you don't know who's really your friend. Between 2020 and 2022, I had lost no less than 5 of what I thought were my main hitter friends. I mean, the ones that I had risked getting fired for, the ones that I held secrets for, the ones that I thought that I could trust. I lost them because I didn't agree with their motive anymore. I didn't agree with their way of thinking. And when I left my old job, it was the best thing I ever did, and they didn't like that. So fuck them. I have some best friends that are automatically on point. I'm not going to name friends' names because friend names are going to stay off for a while, because I don't want anybody to think that I'm forgetting them, because there's a lot of people on my list of people, because I got a lot of people that support me, and I'm very blessed to say that. But I am investing my time. I'm taking Mom Mondays, and I'm starting to invest time in people that I really value the friendship, and I just feel like I haven't had time for them. So that's coming, but it's a slow process because I had to clear my schedule and stuff. So with that being said, let's get to the meat and potatoes really fast. So I did this, we're going to skip to health stuff because that's what it's supposed to be about. I also wanted to do a disclaimer because I'm about to release a lot of TikToks, a lot of videos, a lot of content, a lot of things in my book are going to be automatically, people are going to think, oh man, she must, she hates her parents, or she thinks that her parents did a shit job. No, they didn't. They did the best they could. So I want to put that out there now, because we are at the beginning of what is the most epic glow up I will ever see, because it's mine. But, yeah, anyway, so all that stuff aside. So I started ketones. I also have a system that I got from my friend David. I don't know if he wants me to say his name, but also if you're interested, I know where to get this stuff. I've got this TLS 30-day jumpstart, and it is going to be absolutely hell, because there's a 7-day cleanse that I'm going to be doing. There's a 30-day list of foods I can and can't eat, and guess what's not on here? No sugar, artificial sweeteners, syrup, or honey. no dairy, no grains or starches, and no alcohol. I'm good with the no alcohol. For the first 7 days, I believe, is the first 30-day jumpstart. 30 phase 1, phase 2. Yeah, I believe it's no coffee, soda, or caffeinated beverages too. Which is okay, because I've cut out soda and I've cut out the 5 hours and I don't really drink coffee anymore, so I'm okay with that. But 7 days of this, we've got everything on deck here. Isotonics has a women's health, which I haven't quite started yet because I want to start this stuff together, but I will start this. We've also got, not that, I have 2 of these shakes. Look at that. Oh, I'm so cute. Anyways, I've got 2 of these things of shakes, which are me, obviously your protein shakes. I'm going to start taking those once a day. There's a very strict rules, like a list. Like literally, this is so detailed. Wake up, mix 1 packet of this. 20 minutes later, do this, do this, do this. At breakfast, do this. So we're talking about getting up 40 minutes before breakfast. I'm cool with that because I'm getting up earlier. But this is very strict. And what I want to do is I'm going to put timestamps next to each of these so that for at least the first 30 days that I start this, that's what I'm going to do. But I wanted to start it this week. I'm not ready. I don't have the foods. I don't have the list. I just got a chance to kind of read through the booklet. I really want to make sure that I'm ready for this because this time I've done it different. I went to the doctor. I talked to the doctor. I actually am going to take before and after pictures. Before pictures are coming. Not one in my one-piece swimsuit, but I'm going to actually get, when I figure out whatever I'm going to wear, I'm going to take actual before pictures. I'm doing everything different this time. So I want to be prepared for this. So I'm thinking I'm actually going to start this. My weeks are going to start starting on Fridays because obviously Fat Girl Friday. I actually haven't debated if I'm going to start on Fridays or Friday's going to be the end of the week. So it's like a wrap up. So then Saturday would be the first day of my weeks. But when I start this, I'm going to start on the 12th and it's 30 days. I mean, 30 days straight of no cheating, no nothing, because I've got to hit these numbers. And when I do it, these products are going to be the reason that adds to my boost. Now, when I talked to my doctor, I asked him, look, keep it real with me. Should I spend my money on this stuff? Because I work really hard for my money and this is a hell of an investment myself. And his exact words were, if you went to Walmart and you had 100 items and you went to the self-checkout and you scanned them all, put them in the bag, you'd get it done eventually. But if you brought somebody with you to do the bagging, you scan it, hand it to them, scan it, hand it to them, their bag and put it in the cart, bag and put it in the cart, you're going to speed up that process. All these extra stuff are my baggers. I'm still doing the work. I'm still going to have to fight my food addiction. I'm still going to have to fight the temptation at 2 o'clock in the morning when I wake up and I'm so hungry, or I think I am. I'm going to have to fight that craving to go downstairs and eat everything in the fridge. And that's going to be hard. So that is my 30-minute wrap up. I'm going to keep these under 30 minutes from now on because sometimes they get a little crazy. I want to cut them down to 15-minute segments. I just have so much going on right now, as you can tell, that I don't have a set like schedule. But I feel like I'm probably going to have to do like a Fat Girl Friday. We'll probably have to do like a makeup day because I've been doing like lashes. I've been doing my eyebrows every day now. I'm learning how to do makeup. We're going to have to like start really honing in on, you know, selling myself and putting myself out there because I want to gain as much information, knowledge, and support as I can because all of that is going to be passed on to Sabrina. Because if there's one thing that I'm going to do my damnedest to do, I'm going to make sure that this little girl knows how her body works before she's 37. I want her to know how her brain works. I want her to know that her feelings are valid, that she is allowed to be selfish sometimes. Because I never want her to end up in the situation where a boss is telling her she has to stay to get these things done, even though she has a child at home. I don't want her in a situation where she's doing things for a man simply because she wants that validation. I don't want her to hold herself back because she doesn't like who she is. And that's my goal. So that's my 30 minutes with Angie. I'm just kidding. That's not even an official thing. Anybody wondering about this? No, I'm not picking my nose or scratching my, oh my God. Still scared of thunder. Anyways, I got a little scratch on my nose from that zit thing my mom gave me, but it's starting to rain like hell, and I am now 37 minutes past what I should have been in my bed. I have 23 minutes to meditate and read and get to sleep so I can get up in the morning. I appreciate the support. I love you guys so much. Have a wonderful week.